Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. I'm Marshall3498. In today's motovlog topic, what I'd like to talk about is what it's like to commute back and forth to work on a motorcycle. Number one thing is that, I'm no expert by no means. This is just my tips and tricks that I've done over the past couple riding seasons back and forth to work. And my commute is about 22 miles one way. But the main thing is be prepared for the kind of weather you're riding. I myself am more of a fair weather rider, so I don't have to worry about taking a rain suit with me. But I do ride in the spring and the fall and the summer. Where I live at in East Tennessee, our winters are pretty cold. So once it drops down below, let's say 35 degrees for the overnight low, I usually tend to stay away from taking bike to work and take the car instead, unfortunately. But that's just my temperature tolerance range. I don't use any heated gear, so to speak, as far as like in the gloves department. Otherwise, I probably would ride in about 35 degrees would be the absolute lowest I'd probably go. I've got a real good pair of Held Arctic gloves, fantastic pair of gloves, Gore-Tex also, and winter style full gauntlet glove. They do a pretty good job, but once it gets in the low 40s, especially with it being dark and not feeling as warm, and the wind chill is definitely lower, once it gets much below that, my hands will get cold after a fairly long, say 35-minute commute to work. There's that. I can put on some base layers, and I have a good winter coat I use. It's a Revit Horizon 2. It's waterproof with a quilted liner. It does pretty well, and then I'll just put on some base layers underneath my regular work clothes, and off I go. I use it's by a company called RS Tai Chi. It is just a neck warmer. It's not a balaclava. All it does is goes up almost to your bottom part of your mouth. I put it up there, put my helmet on, and that keeps my neck warm and keeps any cold air from entering my helmet. That works fantastic. I've never had that neck warmer on and not been, my neck been really warm and toasty. It has a special kind of fabric in it that actually, once it touches your skin, will actually it both heats your skin up and it heats up. I don't know how it does that without any batteries or whatever, but it does. It works exceptionally well. But like I said, some base layers for when it's cool in the morning, get to work, whatever, in a bathroom or something like that. I just take the base layers off, put the base layers in my tail bag that I use on my bike, which is a Gore-Tex 30 liter. It works pretty well. It's got enough room in there to carry another pair of, like I said, my other pair of gloves. Put those in there with my base layers once I get to work. And then in the afternoon when it's 65 or 70, then of course I'll wear my summer gloves, which are also by RS Tai Chi. And they're just a perfect full leather glove, but are a shorty, not a full gauntlet, for warmer temperature riding. That's what I used. It keeps me warm. Also have a pair of Alpine Stars faster riding shoe, and those keep my feet pretty warm, because as any of you who wear regular tennis shoes, all the little holes, perforations in them, when it's cold, your feet will get cold on a morning commute. Trust me, I've had that happen numerous times. And of course, then I get to work and I'll either work in those all day or take those off and put them in the tail bag and get my lunch out and go on in and work. And then, I don't really mind a cold commute a little bit if the temperature is, above 60 in the afternoon or say mid 50s. That's pretty much ideal for me. If it stays cold all day, then of course I won't ride back to work because I don't have to put all that back on. But that's just some tips and tricks I've used to stay warm in the mornings and then be comfortable in the afternoons. Also, a side note, if you don't have like a setup, I've got like a tail bag, you can use a backpack for a while as long as your commute's not too long, because those do tend to get uncomfortable after a while. Or if you ride maybe a cruiser, you can buy a set of soft saddlebags for, say, under $100, depending on what brand you go with, to carry all your rest of your stuff with you once you get to your destination of work environment. So I just kind of do a video of that you really have to be prepared and have a way of putting all your stuff in there, because you can't, if you take all that stuff off, you can't. If you don't want to wear it back home, then you got to have a place to put it. So I just thought I'd do a quick moto vlog and let y'all know some of the gear I use to commute in the cool mornings and in the afternoon also. So that's about all I got for today's moto vlog. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. If you leave a comment down below. If you haven't already done so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share the video. It really helps my channel out a lot. I'm trying to grow my channel as much as I can. All of us in life want to be successful, and this is one thing that I'm doing my best to be successful at. So on that, guys, we'll see you on the next motor vlog. Ride safe, have fun, keep shiny side up, and we'll see you on the next